have to prove DK wrong on this.
He was right. I don't have a personality. Just jokes. Just jokes.
What about DK's personality?
Man, DK funny, man. DK funny.
Can you read the cue cards he's putting up in the back? Is that what we're looking for?
The non-verbal communication a little off right now.
Charles, you worked on like Pilates and flexibility in the offseason. Are you feeling that come through the first few games of this year?
Yeah, I definitely feel like they helped me this offseason, just working on my flexibility and being able to move in awkward positions.
When you look at what the run game has done the last couple of weeks, look, you knew that New England wanted to sell out to stop the run, but how would you evaluate it just kind of overall with either lanes that are there or the types of runs that have been called?
We just have to be better as a group and get the runs going. Just continue, see everything through one lens and communicate to, get the job done at the end of the day.
Where do you feel like you've grown the most as a player from last year to this?
I say I've grown my overall game, just, improving to get better in the run game and pass game and, just trying to bring guys along with me.
What have the conversations with Conor Williams been like?
Conor done a great job, just coming in and learning the offense and getting us in the right positions to, be successful. So I feel like he's done a tremendous job coming in and playing.
Do you ever, pick his brain about bigger football things? Not just game planning, but just, bigger football stories or schemes or teams that he's been on?
Yeah, I have. He's been on a couple different teams, so I'm just trying to learn from him, see what he knows, and see how I can use that to help me.
Does he ever smile?
Yeah, of course.
You put on the film this week. How much does what Miami does defensively look like what you're seeing in practice?
They have it's a lot of similarities between the defense. Just from the DC, being with Mike in Baltimore, and I feel like it's going to be a good challenge for us, a good game for us this week.
What are the Pilates classes, or what were the Pilates classes like?
It was mostly just stretching and core, just trying to get my core right and being flexible.
So were you just showing up to a studio with a bunch of other people in there, or were these private?
It was more private.
Charles, you came into the league with Abe Lucas, and he's obviously working back from injury. How much do you talk to him and keep his head kind of in the game as he's waiting to come back?
I talk to Abe every time I see him, just checking on him, seeing how he's doing. Can't wait for him to come back. I'm excited for him when he does get back.
How is he doing? How's his spirits?
He's in great spirits. Just coming in every day, putting in the work to be able to come back and play.
Which offensive lineman have you taken under your wing?
I wouldn't say just one specific, just being together as a whole group. As an offensive line, everyone has to be together.
You got a lot of young guys in there. You got a lot of rookies. What's the piece of advice, or what were you told as a rookie that makes the biggest difference?
I say just preparation. Just being a pro, being ready, knowing your job, and being able to execute.
How much does Geno's leadership show up in those late game situations when you're driving to tie the game and then in overtime?
Geno, he's a great leader, man. Just the belief he has, the way he prepares, he does everything in the right way, and he brings guys along with him.
Charles, what have you made of your first two games, just in general, and the way you've played? A lot of people have graded you pretty highly through the first 2 weeks. How do you view it?
I feel like I can only get better. I'm not complacent where I'm at. I just want to continue to grow and get better from week to week.
What do you think's contributed to that? Is that a mindset, or was that things that you specifically worked on during the off season?
I say a combination of both. Just going from the off season, just trusting my training from there, and putting it to now just coming in each week, being prepared, being ready to play, and just trying to do that consistently.
You had that toe injury last year too, early in the year. Obviously, is it better not having that? Last year that had to have impacted you, right?
Yeah, it's definitely better not having any injuries. Knock on wood.
That lack of complacency inside the locker room, how much do you notice that right now? Because you guys are 2-0, and a lot of teams could maybe become complacent after winning their first two games going into a third game.
I feel like we're not a complacent team. We just want to continue to get better and better each week. Obviously, we won our first two games, but we're going to continue to stack and grow and get better from week to week.
What has been the coaching point from Grubb and maybe even Scott Huff about getting the run game going this week?
Just being on the same page, being physical at the point of attack, and everyone just doing their job.
Charles, you came into the league with a reputation as a great pass blocker. There's some questions as a run blocker. Talk about the mentality it's taken to improve as a run blocker.
It definitely had to be a mindset for me. Just wanted to get better, wanted to run the ball, and just working on getting my technique and my footwork right.
What, from the technique standpoint, how much differently are those teaching points this year with the new coaching staff and maybe some new things that have been introduced compared to the previous couple of years?
I feel like personally for me, like it was just more technical. Just getting that muscle memory down, seeing the looks and knowing which footwork to take and being efficient at it.
Whose games do you admire at left tackle that you want to model after?
It's a few guys. I like Tunsil, I like Tyron Smith, Trent. I'm probably missing a few guys, but those are probably like just the top three off the top of my head.
What do you like about their games?
They're physical, they have great footwork, and they're efficient.
Have you ever talked much to Walter Jones at all, or has he come around?
Yeah, I do. I actually watched Walter Jones tape when I first got here, and like some of the stuff he did, it was like one of one. Like only he can do that stuff. So I feel like I can't really take too much from his game.
All right. Anything else, guys?
No problem.